Launch. I'm the daughter of Lalita and Walter. I'll read two verses before I share a testimony. It's from James chapter 1, from verse 2 to 4. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. So God gave me the privilege of serving Mummy the last 3 months. We sang songs. We spoke to her. It was a beautiful time. Before I came from Canada, she was unconscious 3 days. Just before I landed, she became conscious. Slightly conscious, not fully conscious. And then she started to nod her head. She would talk a few words. ఒక 2-3 సార్లు అయితే నవ్వింది. She would joke with the nurses and the lab assistant who would come to take her blood every day. And she was a fighter, she was a warrior. She fought every day. I'm so blessed to be her daughter. The last few days, just before she passed, she wasn't nodding her head anymore, and she wasn't opening her eyes for too long. Utti poddina kallu terchi, she would close her eyes again. Kani ninna matram she had her eyes open for a very long time. And then we sang her favorite songs, and the family was all around her. She could see everyone. We held her hand, we said the last things we wanted to say to her. And I knew she was ready to go home. Serving her for the last 3 weeks taught me so many things. One is that this body has to, decay, decompose. This matti shariram kulli potadi, Our true body, our spirit and our soul, that's the one that lasts. That's the one that we should care for. That is the one we should nurture. Not our earthly body. Mummy was one who would always stay fit. Vitamin D, vitamin C. She would take all the vitamins in the world. She took care of herself very well because she knew she had cancer, and in order to survive and stay long, she needed to do all these things, and she did a great job. She was always fit, always active, always smiling, always joyful. After she finished her cancer treatment, when she went back to her office, HSBC, people would just wonder and ask, like, Lalita, how are you always so smiling? And that was just an opportunity for her to share the gospel. There's not 1 second or 1 moment where she didn't talk about her love for Christ and about the Christ's love for her. And that's what she taught me. I wanted to share a few things about both my parents because I wasn't here when Daddy died. So Mummy's suffering was very physical. We actually saw her suffer. So at sometimes we didn't know if she was feeling the pain, but the doctor said if she felt pain, it was a good sign because we know that her brain's actually working. So at some point we did think she was feeling pain. Daddy's suffering was mental. Some of you know what he went through. Some of you are close to him. And the second thing was, both of them taught me and Ephra that our riches are in heaven, not on earth. Some of you might have seen our house. We never redid anything. All the money, all the bonuses they got, all the years, first thing, Mommy would call me and tell, Nana, an annual bonus vachindi. Do you know anyone who's in need? She wouldn't want to spend anything on herself. And Daddy was the same. All they wanted to do was help other believers, serve other believers, take care of the church, edify the church, encourage other believers. Chana believers ekluntarante ఎవరైనా కష్టాల్లో ఉంటే they'll go and put their nose in and dig. My mom and dad were not like that at all. If they heard a family was struggling, if they could help, they would help. If they couldn't, they would just go and సిస్టర్ మీకోసం ప్రార్థన చేస్తున్నాం, బ్రదర్ మీకోసం ప్రార్థన చేస్తున్నాం, ధైర్యంగా ఉండండి, దేవుడు ఉన్నాడు, దేవుడు సాయం చేస్తాం. That's all they did. That's what they taught us. And then మూడోదేమో teaching and loving. Both my parents, they didn't care about our education. Some of you who know me, you know how much I used to fail in maths. Anna also struggled a lot, but they didn't care about our education. All they cared about is our spiritual growth. Every evening family prayer lo daddy would ask, who did you share the gospel with today? And if we did, then we'd pray for that person. If we say, daddy, we didn't share, then he would encourage us and say, Nana, you have to share the gospel. And I remember oka VBS lo missionary story share chesinu. I was probably 8 or 9. A story Vinny, I was so excited. I came home, I was like, daddy, I want to be a missionary. And he said, Beta, you are a missionary now. You are a missionary in All Saints. You know, I can't come and preach in your school. I can't come and talk to your friend, but you can. In order to be a missionary, you don't have to go to Africa or China. You are a missionary where God keeps you. And where He keeps you, He has a plan and purpose for you. And that stuck with me. And everywhere I went, one thing I always knew is God has kept me here to give the gospel to someone who's in need. And I did that. Every place I worked, every place I studied, I made sure I gave the gospel. Inkodemo, so about that missionary story, the reason I was very excited also was because daddy named me after a missionary, Mrs. Abbas. Her name was Blanche Sarah. It's funny that here India lo chaana mandi kashtapadtaru, Blanche అని చెప్పడానికి కష్టపడతారు. There in Canada it's a very common name and people don't struggle at all to say my name. And daddy just, you know, he wasn't afraid to give such a difficult name. I struggled in school so much because my teachers also couldn't even say my name. But he was just a very different man who didn't care about what people said or thought. Nenu ma anna, we both were the only people or the only kids who spoke only English growing up. We learned Telugu and Hindi after going to school. Our cousins and our friends used to make fun of us, but they were just different. Both my mom and dad were they've cut from a different cloth altogether. They loved each other so much and we saw that love. And not that they were perfect, not that they didn't have fights. They did fight, but at the end of the day, they were so much in love and so much together. And God's purpose was so perfect. You know, God knew that I wouldn't be able to come for daddy's funeral. So He gave me the opportunity to spend 8 months with daddy in Canada. You know, I had daddy all for myself. And he did the same with mummy. He let me come here and spend 3 weeks with her. Oh, what a privilege, you know. Chansalu, we think, you know, God doesn't care about the little things ani anukuntam gaani. He cares about even the minutest details of our lives and He knows what we need. The only reason I was able to stay there, not coming for daddy's funeral, was because I cherished, I loved, I enjoyed every moment with him. And my heart, my stomach was just full, you know, kadupu nindi unde naku. I was like, online, I was like, you know, I know daddy's in heaven. I don't have to fly all the way to see, you know, him. God knew I wasn't able to spend that much time with mommy, so He gave me the opportunity to come, serve her, take care of her, sing songs with her, pray with her. And just, you know, she would look at me and emi cheppaleka, but she would just look at me. And the doctors would come and say, you know, they would do tests on her regularly. Lata showed two fingers చూపియండి just to see how her brain is working because she had a tumor in the brain. So she'd just, you know, not do anything. మరి నేను వచ్చి if I say, mummy, show 2 fingers, ma doctor's asking you to show 2 fingers అంటే she'd immediately lift her hand and show 2. The doctor would laugh. See, that's the power of her daughter. She's listening to you, she's not listening to us. She just loved me and my brother so much. So my last request is that all of you continue to pray for me and my brother and my husband Joy Paul and also my cousin Beulah, who's been like a daughter to my mom, and she's been with mommy since her 2012 cancer treatment, and you know, she took care of mommy like a daughter and mommy loved her like a daughter. So pray for her as well and our extended family. And then I just want to read one last thing. This is a quote by a Christian author. All the powers of this world cannot take away my life until God permits. All the physicians cannot preserve it when God calls me away. Thank you. Praise the Lord.